Hey, how's it? Um, you see, it's raining outside, and therefore, it's really cold in this room, and it's really cloudy. Like the sun's like barely even out, and I'm really comfortable. So I don't even want to put on a shirt. I just want to lay here. I will, in fact, go to. I would go so far as to say that I'll go to crazy lengths to stay in this bed. In a in this quiet dark room. I had to turn on the light, so that's kind of inconvenient. But anyway, like because I've started this, and since I can't really go outside because it's all wet and shit, I'm gonna start with conspiracy theories, okay? And we're gonna start with alien. I'm gonna start with aliens because that's kind of what we went to Area 51 for. And I do believe that aliens they have to exist like by default because like even if we were a fluke, like a 1 in a million chance of us happening, the the universe is huge and infinitely expanding. So like even if it's a 1 in a million chance, then like there has to be that other million where that same fluke happened. Like they may not look exactly like us because maybe the environment's different or whatever. But like it has to have existed at least at some point. Maybe they've already gone extinct, wipe themselves out because oh, intelligent creatures kill themselves. It's whatever. Like I'm not trying to be deep. I'm not going into that. But like I feel like it had to happen at least once before, and like, and because the universe is so huge, right? Then I actually find that it makes sense that we haven't found them yet because the universe is just so huge, and like, the argument might be that like they didn't like they don't use the same technology that we do, and that's neither here nor there, but whatever. Um, and this one conspiracy theory that I half-heartedly believe in is the fact that pigeons, or yeah, no, just pigeons are like drones sent to keep surveillance on American citizens. And I only believe that America does it because there's this video that I'll probably have right now. Okay, so I couldn't find a way to download it, so this is all I have now, where Putin is walking down the street, and a pigeon salutes him, and Putin waves. But like, you see, I actually believe that um, America would be the only country, aside from maybe North Korea, that like has to keep survey. Oh, wait, no, North Korea is upfront about it. But I believe that America is like the only country that would have to keep surveillance on its citizens in secret. Because like, think of it this way, right? Russia, wait no, Russia doesn't keep it. Um, North Korea, surveillance on the citizens at all times, and they're upfront about it. China does it too. Um, but America, okay, every time that a new technology gets released in America, there's always those fuckers saying, "Oh, the government's using it to spy on us." So I believe that America is the only country that would actually have to constantly, secretly keep surveillance on its citizens because, like, we don't like that, apparently. Howlies don't like that. Howlies don't like being watched or being, like, kept track of because, like, oh, we're free, whoa! But, because they're fucking idiots. The crazy ones. Not all Howlies are weird like that. Ooh, look, I can see my finger. Wow! Wow, it's a worm! Ah! um, The Illuminati. I believe that they don't exist. I mean, like, I feel like if the Illuminati were to exist, somebody would have figured it out by now, and somebody would have gotten it out. Like, the Illuminati is basically all the powerful people in the world work under one specific group or secret society. Wow. And I'm onto them in the fact that they probably don't exist anymore because social media would have squashed that shit. Like, fucking Mark Zuckerberg and fucking, what's her... I'm trying to think of a second person. I don't keep up with celebrities. Mark Zuckerberg and Kanye West can't be in the same group. I don't see that shit happening. Or like, fucking... Like, would there be different sections of the Illuminati if it went from like, oh, we have this part of all the people that are supposedly left wing and then Illuminati right wing? I don't fucking know. Like, but then like, how do you even like control that? Is it like a fucking Facebook group? Like, how do you send communication between all these celebrities that are usually being surveyed by paparazzi and all that other shit and still keeping it on the low? Like, I don't see how that happens. And also, like, lizard people, because I feel like people will usually associate that with the Illuminati, but in my research, or in, not my headcanon, but I tend to think that those are separate things that, like, the popular media just puts together. But, like, I feel like we would have found out about lizard people, too. Like, actually, no. Like, how many times have you seen a celebrity trip and fall and, like, maybe cut themselves? Actually, no, that's never. But, like, if someone was a lizard person, like, wouldn't we have found that out? Because we have paparazzi, like, all over the place for every celebrity. There's always someone taking stalkery-ass photos of them through their bathroom window or some shit. And you're trying to tell me that if you were in a costume that covered your entire body into feeling like a different material than what you were actually made out of, that you wouldn't take it off once you get home? Fuck, I take off my clothes once I get home for the most part. Like, it's comfortable. My clothes, my second layer is comfortable, but I also don't want to wear it when I'm in bed. And there are so many I think there's at least 4 pictures that I remember of celebrities in bed taken by some stalker. Like, we would have figured it out by now. Or you may be saying, like, oh, but Goji, they probably just killed him. Like, I feel like that would be a waste of money to kill everyone that figured you out. It'd be an incredible waste of funds. And if they did do that, then they're probably bankrupt by now. They probably don't even exist. I don't want to talk about the popular conspiracy theories or the recent ones, because those are kind of lame. Like, 5G gives you corona, because that's just stupid. Masks track you. That's kind of dumb too, because, like, it's on your face. I don't know how you would sneak a tracker in there. Like, if I take this one that I used to wear over my bandana, but then it got really uncomfortable. Like, I guess, like, since there's 2 layers to this, maybe you could slip it in between there, but I don't know how you would sneak it into every single one. Like, maybe they could track you through receipts or something, but that's just, like, which store you went to, but whatever. Yeah, it's really hard. I think, one of them was, either Tupac or Bruce Lee was still alive. I think they both have conspiracy theories that say shit like that. But, like, I don't believe that either. Because, yeah, Tupac, he's gone. But you know what? He's pretty cool. Bruce Lee, that I could believe to a degree, because like I feel like Bruce Lee, when he died, he was like at his he didn't even reach his peak yet. So like maybe he could have like chickened out. I don't think he would have, but I think maybe if he were still alive, then he probably just chickened out and then like decided, okay, you know what, start over. I'm gonna ditch everybody I know. I'm gonna start over as some dude in a volcano or some shit. Or I don't know. Yeah, I think like, and he was a pretty buff dude, but like, no matter what, people do have heart complications, so like whatever. Um, I I don't know if this is a popular one, but I hear that the Cold War is still going, and I think it kind of is. I don't know. Remember? I remember that there was conspiracy theories about Russian spies, and then like there'd be all these convoluted ways to try and tell if your friend was a spy or not. Like, I think that is probably still going on, like with every country, because like, yeah,
They kicked me out my room, and and the sun came out. It's midday now. I'm really pissed off. But anyway, like another thing, like those superhuman motherfuckers, those have to exist. Like the human DNA, right, is in my head like it's unstable and it's bound to evolve at some point. So if we didn't have some superhuman at some point at this time, then like what the fuck? Why aren't we moving on? But like I'm not gonna say, ooh, we're all special in our own way or we're all superheroes. Fuck you. No. What I'm saying is like there's gotta be at least one or two outliers that are just that resemble humans that aren't, okay? And like not to say that there aren't people, like all those people with like weird disfigurements or whatever the fuck. I don't know what they call them these days. But like there has to be one motherfucker with an actual tail that we don't know about. Alright, there has to be one motherfucker with scales that we don't know about. There has to be one motherfucker born with gills that we don't know about. And am I saying that the government's hiding them? They probably are. Like, I mean, not local governments, because fucking if there was a mutant motherfucker on Guam, I don't think we'd really care. I think like the government would acknowledge it, but then they won't do anything about it. Like, and also like, no. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, conspiracies. Another conspiracy that I think about is I don't know if it was a popular one, but I heard that like satellites. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'll tell the one I was thinking about earlier. Well, as of right now, like satellites that come and mind control you into staying dumb or like doing what the government says. I think that's plausible. I mean, there's a part where they say, oh, there's chips in your head where like they'll transmit to the satellites in space. And I think that like that would also be horribly costly too. Like, could you imagine having to go to every hospital and fuck every barn or shit that people are born in? Like, and put them into their heads? So that means that country folk, like people that are born off the grid or whatever, like say if I was born on this bed, right, then there would have to be men in black that came over to this bed to push shit in my head, right? I wasn't born on this bed, by the way. But like, it just seems crazy to me that like the men in black, oh yeah, shit, conspiracy theory, the men in black, they take everything that isn't supposed to be vaguely human and then they just take them somewhere. We don't know what the fuck they do with them or if they even exist, because like only a few select people have seen them actually do anything. Like, I think I would believe in that. I believe in that. Like, if there is any irregularity, someone has to deal with it. And you know what? The Men in Black, maybe we romanticized it a little bit. Maybe we exaggerated it. You know, the men in the black suits come around. They're like, "Excuse me, ma'am, that's not good. You little zappy thingy," and then they're on your way, and you don't even remember seeing them. Now that is fucking cool. I believe that exists, cause like, I mean, it has to exist because if there is anything and there has to be something, then they have to exist, or at least some version of them. Like, conspiracy theory. Yeah, the one I was gonna talk about earlier is that they're releasing chemicals into either the water or the air supply, so that it dumbs you down, and apparently, like, tinfoil hats are supposed to help. Or like, I remember there was this one guy who used to put a rag up to his face, and he would sniff, and he said, "Oh, it kills the chemicals from the government that's trying to hack into our brains." And then he put it up to my face, and it turns out it was chloroform. My ass does not feel the same ever since that day. Nah, I'm kidding. That's dumb, but I did see that though. Like, I think it's crazy. Dumbass. Oh yeah. The military. You know what? The conspiracy theory that Area 51 has all the aliens because of the Roswell crash that happened like 2 cities over. Like, I believe that if they were to have them in one spot, like, I feel like that'd be kind of bad. That'd be kind of dumb. I think, like, if the government did have aliens, they would put them, like, in all the bases. Like, maybe you have, you know, one in Cali, one in Nevada. Maybe that one's the most famous. But, like, then maybe I would think that the government would spread them out instead of keeping them in one place, because that's dangerous and that's dumb. Like, how many sites how many bases are protected to the point where, like, you know what, if you cross onto here, we'll fucking kill you? There's bound to be more than just Area 51. Alright? And I do realize that the tone of this video kind of changed halfway through, because my parents fucking took me out, and then the outro is gonna be bad because I did the outro, because this was like afterthoughts. Like, yeah.